Within the walls of the royal palace, Ayomide sat in quiet contemplation, his mind filled with thoughts of the impending conflict that threatened to tear his world apart. It was amidst this atmosphere of uncertainty that a familiar figure appeared at the gates of the palace, Damilola, Ayomide's friend from Aromutu village. Rushing forward to greet him, Ayomide's heart swelled with relief at the sight of his old friend, his worries momentarily forgotten in the warmth of their reunion. Damilola, it is good to see you, Ayomide exclaimed, his voice filled with genuine affection as he embraced his friend. What brings you to Okitutu? Damilola's expression grew grave as he met Ayomide's gaze, his eyes filled with concern. Ayomide, I come bearing troubling news, he replied, his voice tinged with urgency. King Odetutu plans to go to war with Okitutu village. Ayomide's heart sank at his friend's words, his mind racing with the implications of King Adetutu's reckless actions. But why? What could have driven him to such madness? He demanded, his voice tinged with disbelief. Damilola shook his head, his expression grim. I do not know, my friend. But we must do everything in our power to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. As Ayomide and Damilola spoke, Abisola stood behind the door, her heart heavy with worry as she listened to their conversation. She knew that she could not stand idly by while her actions threatened to tear apart the fabric of society, and so she made a decision that would change the course of history forever. Rushing to the side of King Adeshola and Queen Adilola, Abisola begged for their permission to visit Aromutu village with her son, Ayomide. It is time to reveal the truth to him, she pleaded, her voice trembling with emotion. We cannot allow our secrets to cause harm to others any longer. King Adeshola and Queen Adilola exchanged a glance, their hearts heavy with the weight of their decisions. But ultimately, they knew that Abisola was right, the time for secrets was at an end, and the truth must be revealed, no matter the cost. Abisola decided to tell Ayomide about his true identity, her heart pounding as she thinks of ways to reveal the truth to her son. Ayomide, there is something I must tell you, something I should have revealed long ago. Abisola said. What is it, mother? You seem troubled. Ayomide stated. King Odetutu is your biological father, Ayomide. I was banished from Aromutu village, but King Adeshola and Queen Adilola took us in and cared for us as their own, she continued. Ayomide, shocked, I don't know what to say. How could they keep this from me? It is time for the truth to come to light. Let us journey to Aromutu village and reveal everything to King Odetutu. Abisola added. And so, with the blessing of King Adeshola, Abisola and Ayomide set out for Aromutu village, their hearts heavy with anticipation as they prepared to face the consequences of their actions. Arriving at the gates of the palace, Abisola and Ayomide were greeted by a sight that filled them with both dread and determination. King Odetutu, surrounded by his chiefs, preparing for war. Steeling herself for what was to come, Abisola stepped forward to address the king, her voice steady despite the turmoil raging within her soul. King Odetutu, I have come to speak with you, she began, her eyes locked with his. There are truths that must be revealed, no matter how painful they may be. King Adetutu's brow furrowed in confusion at Abisola's words, his gaze flickering with uncertainty as he studied her face. What truths do you speak of, woman? He demanded, his voice tinged with suspicion. But before Abisola could respond, Ayomide stepped forward, his expression resolute as he met the king's gaze. I am your son, King Odetutu, he declared, his voice ringing out through the palace courtyard. And I come to you now to seek reconciliation and peace. A stunned silence fell over the gathered crowd as King Odetutu processed Ayomide's words, his eyes widening in shock at the revelation. My son, he whispered, his voice barely above a whisper as he stepped forward to embrace Ayomide. Forgive me, my child. I did not know. Tears welled in Abisola's eyes as she watched the scene unfold before her, her heart overflowing with a mixture of relief and joy. There is nothing to forgive, King Odetutu, she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. We are all family now, united in love and peace. And so, as the sun set on Aromitu village, the people came together to celebrate the marriage of Ayomide and Princess Adeteo, their union a symbol of hope and reconciliation for generations to come. And as they danced beneath the starlit sky, their hearts filled with joy and gratitude, they knew that they had finally found the peace they had been searching for all along.